Today we're in the historic center of Orvieto. Soon we'll be meeting with our clients Brendan and Anna, who will share with us their experience in purchasing a lovely apartment thanks to the help of the Great Estate team in Orvieto. Stay tuned to find out their experience with Great Estate.
Hi, well, I'm Anna, and I'm a banker, and we live in Melbourne, Australia.
I'm Brendan. I'm a retired financial markets trader. We had long fantasised about either a long-term rental or then maybe purchasing a place somewhere in Italy in the north of Rome, and looked at many different towns.
We'd been to Orvieto a couple of times and really loved the location, loved the town, the vibrancy. Just it had everything: restaurants, beautiful weather. It was just hit everything that we were looking for.
Yeah, we found it a real sweet spot, being not too big, where you could actually get to know people and say hello to them in the street, but not too small. So there's lots of services around and plenty of restaurants and cafes, and there's a lot of young people, so it's got a vibrancy about it.
The apartment, well, it came by accident basically. I mean, Barbara from Great Estate was instrumental in finding this apartment for us. The state of the apartment was actually quite derelict, it being 40 years uninhabited. But Barbara knew what we were looking for, and it was in the right location in the old part of the town, and it had great possibilities. It had a great floor layout too.
And but Barbara she's so well attuned to what's going on in town, was aware that a couple who are serial renovators had just purchased the property. Emano and Ilaria, who are a builder, engineer and architect couple. And we were able to get involved in the purchase before it came onto the market, and in fact before they even started the renovation. So we kind of got the best of both worlds, where we could participate in a lot of the choices of the renovation without actually being responsible for all the work. So it was kind of the best of both worlds for us, and we're really grateful to Barbara for finding this opportunity for us.
How we're going to use this apartment will be initially, whilst we're still working as a holiday home. We don't intend to rent it out, it's our place. We do not want tenants in here. We want it for ourselves. We wanted to be able to come in and just live life and then lock up and go home when we have to go home. But ultimately what we'd like to do is spend 6 months in Italy and 6 months in Australia.
Great Estate does an amazing job in the presentation of all the properties that it represents, that it's selling, the quality of the videos, the photographs, the descriptions, and also most importantly the service. We got immediate responses to our initial questions.
And that was Barbara. Barbara responded almost within 24 hours. And we hadn't ever experienced anything quite like that.
Yeah.
And she was very much about finding what we were looking for. We came with a laundry list of what we wanted, and she was able to find that for us, and we're grateful that we were involved with Great Estate and with Barbara.
Yeah, we were very, very cautious, but very quickly Barbara was able to put us at ease, and we spent a lot of time on Zoom calls. And as I was mentioning, this wasn't the only property that Barbara showed us, but the quality of the photography and the video work, really made it a lot easier to understand what was available and what was going on. And although this place hadn't even been photographed, the transfer of information went extremely smoothly and very professional.
Well, we learned about Great Estate through, when we were looking for properties. We were looking basically around this area, and I think we found a property we quite liked. We got in touch, and it was Barbara from Great Estate that responded, and
I think after 2 years we're still waiting on some of the other agents to actually respond to us.
Yeah, but she was able to respond and say, look, that apartment had already been
it was under offer, wasn't it?
Under contract,
Yeah.
But she had this opportunity and she wanted to find out exactly what we were looking for. So she set up a meeting, and it went from there, and it was such a smooth transaction. The support that we got was, even after we'd purchased, all the services were connected. Getting the bank account set up, it's a minefield of things that you don't realise you have to get done. So Valentina and Barbara got our internet set up. the electricity, making sure that the bank accounts were flowing through, the bills were flowing through there, the water. So all of those little extras were done for us.
We wouldn't have been able to, go through this transaction without great realtors like Great Estate in Oviedo.
And I mean, I think the thing is too, the response time every time, and we've got time zone differences, it was so fast. Barbara was always available, so and Valentina as well. So
often out of their hours.
yeah, so we can't the best experience we've ever had.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've bought a lot of properties.
Mm.
I think we have to recommend, there's
Without
no doubt
hesitation.
about recommending Great Estate. It
Yeah.
has been by far the best transaction. And we keep saying you've got to have the right real estate company to enjoy and to enjoy this lifestyle, because if you don't, then you're not going to get the property that you're looking for. Thank you.
Thank you.